Hey everybody, Chip Glennon. Welcome back to our video blog. Topic today are some of the things that you need to get a home bought. We're going to talk a little bit in depth about that, but first I want to draw your attention to a couple of links below. The first link is our seller's link. If you're thinking about selling a home, click on that and we'll get you a free market evaluation on your home anytime. There's no cost or obligation. The second link is if you're thinking about buying a home and you're in the market to find a new home for your family or an investment property, click on that link and we'll give you a free backstage pass to the MLS so you can search for a home just like realtors do. Now on to our video. So some of the things that you need to purchase a home. One of the things we do at Glennon Real Estate Experts is we sit down with all of our buyer clients and we talk about a smart home buying strategy. And there's several reasons why that benefits you. But there's some important things along the way that I just want to touch on today to just kind of give you a brief refresher course on what a smart home buying strategy looks like. So you'll sit down with one of our expert advisors, one of our buyer specialists, and we'll talk about some of the things that you're looking for and that are important to you and that you need in the home buying process. And remember, buying a home is not an event, it's a process. And there's very few purchases in life that are a process that take as long as buying a home. You know, the other major purchase I always think of is when people buy a vehicle. You might do it in a weekend or in an afternoon. You know, it takes several hours, but it's still almost an event. Feels like a process sometimes, but it usually happens within a few hours. You trade your car in, they do the paperwork, and you drive it home. But in buying a home, what we found is people will think about this purchase for many, many months before they do it. And so it's important that we sit down and we develop a strategy because you may spend some time looking for the right home. We want to put a great team of people together to do that. So the things you're going to need when you buy a home first, and I think most importantly, is to have a smart home buying strategy. You sit down, you develop a plan, you put a dream team together of people that are going to be involved in this process with you. And that involves your buyer specialist, your expert advisor, a great lender, and we have several great lender partners that we work with and that we like our clients to use because they do a great job and get you across the finish line on time. A great title company, a great inspector, an appraiser is an important part of that process. So we want to make sure we put that team together so this goes very smoothly for you. One of the ways we do that is through this, and I don't know if you can see this. This is our what we like to call our buyer flow chart. And this buyer flow chart is something we refer back to along the process after we design your smart home buying strategy. So the first thing we do is sit down, develop a strategy, your wants, needs, things that must happen for you for this to be a good experience. 2, we want to make sure we have a loan approval letter through one of our preferred lenders. And we have a couple that we use that are extremely good that have given a lot of our past clients an unbelievable service. And you know, a couple of those that I'm going to mention here are Prime Lending and Saul Kittleson, and then Guaranteed Rate with Pam Ola. Just an amazing, both these two. I'm telling you, Pam has got years and years of experience. There's just I can't think of a better lender in Kansas City. She does an amazing job, and Saul's just done an incredible job for our clients as well. So we want a good lender. 2, we want to make sure that that you feel like we're the right firm to represent you in this process. You know, a lot of people say, well, I just call on the real estate sign and whoever's got the listing, that's who I call when I'm looking for a home. Really important, guys, you don't do that because that listing agent has a legal fiduciary responsibility to tell the seller everything they find out about you, including how much you qualify to buy, how much down payment money you have, what your current housing situation is, whether you're in a bind or not, and need a place really bad. So they have to tell their seller all these things. A buyer specialist represents you. It's the opposite. That's confidential information that does not get told to the seller. So make sure you got a firm that's representing you, and I think you'll find we do a great job, and we'd love the opportunity to serve you and your family. But after that, you know, once we've got kind of those things in place, the home search begins. And we start going out there and you're looking online and we're looking for listings that may not yet have hit the market, maybe some bank-owned or company-owned properties. And then we make sure that that house that you fall in love with matches the type of loan that you have and the finances look right. We have a couple checklists, and this one's from our great lender Saul Kittleson at Prime Lending. And this tells us whether that home is actually going to work for an FHA loan or a VA loan or a USDA loan for the location that it sits in, or whether it's better to go conventional. That's part of our smart home buying strategy. and that happens on all of our transactions. Once that's happened, we go down through writing an offer and negotiating, and then once we get your property under contract, we're about halfway done. In there's lots of other steps that we're going to need. You'll need an earnest deposit check. That's a very important part of making sure you're prepared to go out and shop for a house. We're going to make sure you have the right amount saved for a down payment and for your closing cost. And we're going to work with you to find a great home inspector to make sure that you're comfortable with this major, sometimes multiple six-figure decision that you're going to be making. And then finally, last but not least, a great title company. And there's in Kansas City, there's not a better title company that I know of than Thompson Affinity Title. They close many of our clients' transactions. They're extremely competitive on their rates. And that's one of the important things is we vet some of our preferred partners, that we make sure not only they give great service that we know our clients expect, but they also are competitive on their rates. So I just wanted to give a couple plugs for those guys because they just make our lives so good and our clients, and just really appreciate their partnership with our clients and getting them satisfied, situated in their new homes. So that's kind of all I have, some of the things that you'll need in the home buying process. Remember to ask for this. You don't have to be one of my clients to get this, but I think this will give you a great idea of the process and the 83 steps in the home buying process that we proactively manage for you for a smooth experience. That's all I have today. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you have any topics, send them to us. Email me, text me, give me a phone call, and I'll make sure we cover those items for you in future videos. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.